about the Messi thing?
Anything else on the Messi front, Chris, before we move on?
No, I'm done. I'm
falling out. I told you, I never want to bring this guy's name up again.
I don't know, man. This Messi thing is just a freaking mess. What a disaster.
I don't want to hear this name ever again until it's official. But they got me back.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 189 of the Battered Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel Granada, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I think we finally found our fit for a defender. And me, M, is mentioning it. Emerson? Question mark?
Yeah, sure. Emerson would be great as a defender. If he was great offensively, I'm sure he would be just as good defensively.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Score a banger from outside the box.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
In all seriousness, Edson Garcia is mentioning here Ian Fray time to shine, which is phenomenal. AJ is mentioning here, how is Ian Fray at center back?
Well, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna get into a lot of this, guys. Let's go.
So obviously the news of the day, Freire is out for the year with the torn ACL. We kind of knew that he was injury prone coming into this season when they signed him, and that was one of his downfalls. And also the fact that he wasn't good with the ball at his feet, but I thought that he looked great. He was coming into his own. I thought he had a great game this past weekend. So I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that Freire is injured. I thought that we were finally getting a decent duo with him and Aviles, but now we have to face life without Fray. With Freire. Before we get into the Freire and all that, I did want to take a couple minutes to talk to Chris because he wasn't part of our post-game show, right? You were celebrating your daughter's birthday. Shout out to her again. So I did want to get your thoughts on the game and the late game winner by Campapi before we get into today's news. What did you think of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the game and it's a weird feeling because I felt like it was a pretty sloppy game, obviously, because there was a lot of rain, and it started getting a little crazy what's going on to Outlaw. I mean, look, long story short, we arrive at the end where Sergio Busquets, Sergio Ramos, that would be a beauty, David. Essentially, we're getting to a point where, again, with the game, Sergio Busquets drops a beautiful pass to Campana. And you said it in the last episode that you did with Solana. Shout out to Solana for filling in, man. Guys, you gotta give a thumbs up for that. All right, guys. But for the most part, Campana, you guys said it, hit it with his off foot, his right foot, which was just a banger. I mean, what a beauty. And for him to be able to get it like that on the volley, I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but they showed it at the end on slow-mo where he kind of just tipped it perfectly, where it just sat in the air. Oh my goodness, it was gorgeous. Like, how are you not nailing that? So that was beautiful. So I definitely appreciated that. It was a nice ending to a really weird game, to be honest.
Do you agree with Bruno here where he says the team won, but it doesn't feel like a win? I think it feels like a win. I'll carry those 3 points lovely with the W.
I mean, look, and it's a hard place though, Danny, right? And chat, tell me if you agree with me or not. But I mean, ever since we've gotten Messi and all of these slew of players, it's hard to get to a point where it's what's acceptable as a win, right? You get 1 point wins. You get a 2-1 victory or 3-. What's acceptable nowadays with the whole Messi deal, right?
Win doesn't matter how you get it. Messi, but the thing, it could be absolutely anybody as long as you're winning. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but it's like what was mentioned in the chat, right? It was a win, but it doesn't feel like a win, right? Why doesn't it feel like a win? Because we didn't dominate.
You don't have to dominate. It's football. In the sport of football, you literally win games 1-0. It's hard to score in the sport. If you win 3-0, you kick their ass. Come on, you can't expect ass kicking all the time. In this sport, it's very difficult to score. That's why when you score, there's such an elation and why it feels so great, because it's not easy to come by. So I don't know. I disagree with the whole we didn't kick their ass, so it doesn't feel like a win. We won. That's it.
I again, just to wrap things up, beautiful goal by Campana. Busquets played a good game, and in my opinion, and look, Rohan's saying champions have to win dirty. I get it. It was a win at the end of the day, and now unfortunately we lose a critical player. Now there was someone that mentioned in the chat here, and somebody mentioned here that we lost a key player. I don't want to say Stancy said that we lost a key player. I don't know, man. I mean, Freire was a key player, but I mean, I'm assuming that everybody was expecting that Ian Fray was going to come back and take that position. No,
there's a couple things, and we're gonna get into Ian Fray for those of you that are new to Inter Miami or whatnot. And don't know too much about Ian Fray. We're gonna get into him right now, but before we do.
It's too soon, Krabs. Too soon.
One thing about Ian Fray is the fact that he has torn his ACL now 3 times, is it?
Yeah.
Twice in one knee and once in the other. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I don't know if it's twice or 3 times. I believe it's 3 times. Twice in one knee and one in the other. So although when he was out there last year, I thought that he was an absolute stud. I was really excited about what he was bringing to the team. I don't know if I can trust just having him, and Tony Axe just confirmed it was 3 ACLs. I don't know if I can count on just him as our go-to when, I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, just speaking facts, you don't know if you can count on him, his durability. 3 ACLs, that's a tough injury to keep having happen. Like, you don't know if he's going to stay healthy for the whole year. Now, if he does, that's great, because when he's played amazing. And just real quick, for those of you that don't know about Ian Fray, young guy, academy player, last year, the last month that he played with us before he got injured, he had time at CDM. He had a couple starts at right back. He had a start as center back with a three-man center back duo with 3 in the back. And then he had your prototypical right center back in a 4-man line. So he has played a little bit of everything with us last year, and everywhere we put him, he looked good. Ian Fray looked like a stud, and at the time, Gregory, our central defensive midfielder from last year before we got Busquets, he had gone down for the year, and we were really missing him. We felt like that was the biggest loss. And Ian Fray came in and started filling that void towards the end of the summer, and he is versatile. He's good with the ball at his feet. He's good defensively. He's got pace. Ian Fray is a stud.
Well, I mean, look, other than that, right? I mean, let's realistically walk through these options, which, by the way, before we walk through the options, I do want to mention that Danny and I have spoken in like big time about Ian Fray.
Oh, yeah.
And I always said many episodes ago that I believe that Ian Fray and Aviles would be sort of like the future in our center back position. They're both very young. They're both very athletic, and they could be able to cover some ground. But, I mean, let's really put this into consideration, right? If it's not Ian Fray, and we're talking about like Sir Kyrvstov, Stancy saying we're cursed. The team needs a priest to shower them with holy water. Trust me, I'm pretty sure there's been a couple people from Hialeah with a bunch of roosters already by there. I could promise you that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, other than that, other than Freire, I mean, we got Kyrvstov, we got Sailor. Mm-hmm. I mean, other than those two, I mean, what? I mean, you have what's this guy, Tyler Hall? Isn't he a wing back, or is he a center back?
He's a center back.
I mean, Tyler Hall, I guess. I mean, we just got
center back.
Yeah, I mean, we just got Matias Rojas. We got Wagon filling in the right back position, which he looked like he got injured, but he was able to sort of recover that game. I mean, I don't know what other bags, what other rabbits Chris Henderson's got in the hat, but if he could pull this off, I mean, I don't know, man.
Well, we can't get anybody until mid to late July, right? Because the transfer window opens up in, I think, July 1st. So we can't get anybody till the end of July, which puts us at like 8 to 10 games from here to then. So don't count on anybody just quite yet, because we still have a long time before we could bring anybody from the outside. On the inside, like you said, we have Ryan Saylor. We have what looks like Ian Fray. For those that don't know, he played this past weekend for IMCF2. He played for 30 minutes. He assisted. He had 1 assist. He had 1 shot on goal. And like I said, he played 30 minutes. So it sounds like he could be back soon. We need him. He was playing center back, of course. So Ian Fray, Ryan Saylor, Noah Allen, as much as people hate to hear that. Tyler Hall, if they call him up from the IMCF2. And, I mean, that's it. Those are your 4 options. Am I forgetting anybody?
I'm going to tell you somebody that I think might be placed at center back, surprisingly. Busquets. No, not Busquets. Yannick Bright. I think that Yannick Bright might be placed at center back at some point. Not Busquets. And that would be extremely surprising if he does it, because I think that Yannick Bright, he's tall. He's got some pretty good speed. He can handle the ball. Right? I mean, defensively, he seems pretty decent.
You know what? I maybe I can't argue against it. I don't think I've seen him enough to say yes or no. Maybe that was an interesting take. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe. I mean, they have to think outside the box, I guess, because their options are limited.
I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna put Yannick. You're gonna put a Saylor.
I mean, he is on the first team, and he is a backup.
But I mean, what are you gonna put Tyler Hall? I wouldn't put Tyler Hall back ahead of Yannick Bright. No way.
Well, Yannick Bright isn't a natural center back though, and Tyler Hall is. So I think that is the discussion that could be had, right?
But then, okay, all right. So let's think about it like this, right? You have Yannick Bright. To me, it seems like Tata likes Yannick Bright better. So,
I mean, Tyler Hall is on the second team, so yeah. I mean, obviously,
I think that he prefers Yannick Bright, and I think that actually Yannick Bright's gotten more time because of Tata liking him.
Real quick, when I was looking into this past IMCF2 game, and I was wondering how things went, I looked and I saw one Ian Boatwright scored the game tying goal, which is nice, right? So they won in penalty kicks, but I don't know if you looked into it or noticed, Coco Jean was playing for IMCF2. Or is there another Steve Jean on the team? Yeah, I believe Coco Jean was playing for the team. Yeah, which I thought was really odd. Yeah. So
this guy still has a job
with Inter Miami, I believe. So that was interesting. I don't know if anybody could look into that, but I believe I saw him as IMCF2 on the stats. Yeah, that was him.
I want to mention something.
This past weekend.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He played 70 minutes.
I want to mention something. On Transfer Market, Yannick Bright is listed as a right back. As a right back.
Maybe.
On MLSsoccer.com, he is listed as a defender.
And I like Mr. Krabs' comment here. Stevie Aoki is a great musician, but a terrible team doctor. For those that were not aware, Stevie Aoki is our medical trainer. So look out for him when he runs out on the pitch to assist our players. All right. So those are our options. How do you feel about our options? Because we're going to have to ride out with these guys for the next couple months.
Would you? All right. Here's the bigger question. Kyrvstov or Saylor? Who you going with?
That is a good question.
Who you going with, guys? Chat. Who you going with? Saylor or Kyrvstov? Who we doing here? Because I would just put Yannick Bright back there. Or you know what? Give me Taylor. Put Taylor back there.
Robert Taylor at center back?
I mean, he's played every position. He's played every
now you're
position.
just gas bagging. Now you're just gas bagging. You're just gas bagging now. I think I'd have to say Kyrvstov.
Hold on. We got a lot. We got Saylor.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I know everybody's going Saylor for his pace, but I think Kyrvstov is better on the ball. Remember, I've always thought that our biggest weakness is when we get pressed. And Kyrvstov, for as much as his pace is off, he does not fold under pressure. he's not one of those guys that turns the ball over when he's being pressed. So for that reason and that reason only, I would go Kyrvstov because he is a steady rock back there. Look, Aviles, I love Aviles, but he cannot play out of the press when they're pressing him. Kyrvstov can. So for that reason, I would go Kyrvstov. Any chance that we see Busquets back there?
Well, I think that we're going to see him deeper.
Well, we saw him at center back. What game was it? He played center back. He was literally center back for us. Once or twice.
But I think in that game we lost a lot of opportunities to be able to transition with him a little bit further up,
like we did with Orlando.
Yeah, and so I think if we're gonna try anything, I want to try Bright. I want to try him against like a garbage team. Like, I mean, let's look at the schedule, right? So we pull up the schedule. Yeah, we pull up the schedule, right? We know we have Vancouver coming up this Saturday, which I wouldn't try it on them. Okay. Atlanta, I guess maybe I would try it up against them. Well, not even. I mean, you got Giacomica. That's gonna be
Yaki Gaki.
Yeah, Jackie Gaki is gonna go crazy. St. Louis, we're playing against Vasilev, right?
He's trash.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could do it against him. No, but that other guy, that Finnish guy, I think that's what he is. He's from Finland. That bald guy that's like scoring goals like crazy. Vancouver is not playing on turf, Skrilla. They have like a special Jesus turf. Okay,
it's hybrid.
Yes, hybrid turf. Sorry.
So look, so like you were saying, okay, so we St. Louis, and then we have Philadelphia 2 weeks later. Then you got Columbus, Nashville, Charlotte, Cincinnati, and Toronto, and probably Chicago. Because I'm looking at all the games before we probably get any transfers in. Because if we get a transfer, it'll probably be for Leagues Cup, kind of like we did with Messi and all of them last year. So from here till Leagues Cup, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 games from now until Leagues Cup. So I don't know how we could do with these center backs for 11 games. And the fact that out of those 11 games, 7 of them are without Messi.
It's going to be rough.
8 of them are without Messi. That is rough. That is rough. I have a question for you, and I know I'm going to get hate for this, and that's okay. I know a lot of people, obviously we're all Messi fans here.
Yes, we are Messi fans.
And we all say, like, it's going to be a really rough summer because Messi's going to be gone probably for 7 or 8 games, right?
Yes.
Are you going to be rooting against Argentina so that Messi could get back sooner? Like he doesn't get out of the group stage. Like,
oh yeah,
boom, like a week and a half, and then he's back in Miami.
I am selfish. I am selfish. I want. I don't know. I want. Yeah, of course, of course.
He won the last Copa America. He won the World Cup. He's good.
Messi, get over it.
He's
get over it.
That's it. I hope that they are eliminated immediately, and then he's back, and he only misses like 2 or 3 games. Like that's what I want.
Listen, Mr. Krabs is saying it.
Oh, there you go.
And K-Rat Kane is saying it. I mean, Stancy's saying I don't care about Argentina. Noobs for Hire saying y'all crazy. I mean, Outlaw is also on his side. Tony Axe is saying boo. I mean, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is where it's at right here, guys. Read this comment. Read this comment right here, guys. You guys see that comment right there? You see that? This is the Inter Miami podcast.
I knew that we would get some people that would be like, you guys are crazy. What's wrong with you? But I'm sorry. Everybody keeps talking like, oh, you're going to lose all your games when Messi's out. You're going to lose all your games when Messi's out. But you know what could help us? If he's not out for as long as he would if he wins a Copa America. So if he's out quickly, then we won't suffer as much. So,
Marasovic is saying it's not going to happen. Wish away. Thanks, Marasovic. You just poo-pooed all over the parade, bro.
Yeah, it's okay. Look, I don't expect them to leave in the group stage, but I promise you I'm not rooting for them to keep going. I want them to come back as soon as possible. Cancel me,
Yeah.
boludos.
And look at
So-
Rohan. He's coming out saying Steve is Colombian. Of course, he's salty. I'm part Argentine, so you get why I don't back this take. I get it.
Well,
I get
and
it.
And I'm full Colombian, so
Yeah. So take it.
fuera.
Get out of here,
So,
cabrones.
Uh,
I get it. I get it. I get it. But guys, we want Messi in the pink. Okay.
I'm saying, I know he's already won it all with Argentina. Now it's time to win it all with Inter Miami.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Let's go.
Is there anything else that we haven't covered? Oh, real quick, for those of you that are new here and didn't know, you guys may have seen this picture and maybe not noticed. I forgot I was going to bring this up in the beginning of the show. Boom. Check out. This is not one of my Photoshops. I know I tend to Photoshop some stuff. This right here, you see that jersey that Messi's holding up? That's that Ian Fray jersey. So Messi's been on that Ian Fray train since July 21st of 2023.
Mhm.
So much respect to Messi for holding up an Ian Fray jersey. That was post game of the Cruz Azul game when he actually went down. So
Yeah. Here we
so
go.
yeah, so for those of you that didn't know, Ian Fray actually got injured in Messi's debut game against Cruz Azul, first game in
How
the League
rough
Cup
is
last
that?
year. I know, man. But I thought it was really cool that that Messi came out holding up his jersey in that memorable game, post game. So our hope is Ian Fray can come back healthy and he could be as durable as possible and hold it down, because I think we're in good shape. And if not, I mean, because Freire is officially out for the year, we now opened up an extra roster spot and $1 million to spend on a player. So who knows? It's during the summertime. We can't bring somebody else. Who would it be? I don't know, but it is an option.
Richard Greenberg, what's going on? Our brother from the north, and then we have Freddie asking, any guests from Vancouver Whitecaps tonight? Not tonight.
That would be on Thursday. Thursday is when we
Yes.
do our preview shows for Saturday games, and I have a feeling we're gonna have a tough time finding one, but we are definitely gonna look. Definitely
Yeah, it's
gonna
been
look.
tough finding some Canadian like
Yeah, man.
podcasts and fans.
We got a Toronto one. We got Stravos.
Yeah,
whenever
we got
play against them.
Stravos. We got Nacho.
Timonen, it wants Nacho. I'm okay. I'm all for Nacho. Ramos, everybody here knows I would love Ramos. And then Tony asked, we already placed Freire on SCI.
And then Taimanin is saying at least a Real Madrid defender. Oh, let's not talk about Real right now, guys. There's gonna be shots all over. You guys are playing a dangerous game. Is there even a
Vancouver fan?
Yeah, podcast by Mr. Krabs. I don't know. We'll find
I
out
haven't looked yet.
within the next
We usually
24
start looking
hours.
on Tuesday. Yeah, we usually start looking on Tuesdays for our guests. So a peek behind the curtain. That's what we do on our Tuesdays. We start booking guests for Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Yes.
I think that's about it, man. We came on. We want to talk a little Freire, a little Ian Fray. Oh, look, and
Richard
Richard
Greenberg
Greenberg,
might be giving us,
our boy from up north of the border. We should have. Why didn't we contact Richard Greenberg? Look,
Yeah.
Vancouver podcast, AFTN. All right, we're gonna get with you, Richard Greenberg. I think he's gonna be able to help us find one, and we can't go away without bringing this up. Chris, the Knicks, bro. The Knicks, bro.
Hold on.
So yes, shout out to, and for those of you that are Florida Panthers fans, by the way, I am a New York Rangers fan, so you guys can all suck it.
Just in case you
Okay.
guys are interested, you guys can be able to get this bad boy on none other
Can't even
than
insult it. Batterfans.com. I can't
just
even
in
insult
case
it.
you guys want to. And then look, I'll show you guys one that maybe you guys would like over Jalen Brunson. We'll do that one right there. All right, guys. If you guys like what you see, go ahead and check it out. Okay? Let's go. Support the boys.
You saw Robert Taylor. I got Robert Taylor up on one.
Oh, don't do that. No, I gotta go back and get one. Are you kidding me? You got now I gotta get one. Let's go.
All right. Anything else, Chris? Because I think that's it. A nice I think it's probably one of the shortest episodes we've ever done, but I don't think there's too much else to cover unless anybody in the chat brings something else up that's worth talking about. Any final words, Chris?
Mr. Krabs, I don't appreciate that banter. I don't appreciate
100%,
it, not one bit.
100%. Not even close.
And you're blocked. You're blocked. You're blocked.
We are coming back at 10 o'clock for Battered Herons en Español. So if you aren't already, make sure you type that in. Battered Herons en Español. We will be back at 10 o'clock with Solana and Xavier Lavos. We're going to be talking Orlando. We're going to be talking DC. We're talking Freire. We're going to be talking Vancouver and all that other stuff. So go ahead at 10 o'clock, Battered Herons en Español. So make sure that you join us there and hang out with us. We probably go about an hour because we got a lot to talk about. So, and Pablo, love from Bangladesh. You know who hasn't joined us in a while? Where in the world is Joe Kerr? He hasn't joined us in a while.
Joe Kerr, where you at, bro? Where in the world is Joe Kerr Diego?
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, it used to be fun because he used to join us from all over the place. All right, well, I think that's about it. We got nothing else. We appreciate you guys. So if you are listening on audio, thank you for listening all the way to the end. Please leave us 5-star comment, review, all that other good stuff. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you guys. As always, you guys are the best part of the show. And Joe Kerr, we're looking for you because he might have gotten lost. He travels pretty far. Somebody said Mars, possibly. And go Rangers. So we'll be back on Wednesday at 9 o'clock as always. So until the next one, have a good one.